Hello everybody, welcome to another one. We are going to be reading John 5, 1 through 4. This is an interlinear Bible, which means it is the closest translation to the original Greek and Hebrew. After these things was a feast of the Jews, and went up Jesus to Jerusalem. There is and in Jerusalem at the sheep gate a pool, and being called in Hebrew Bethesda, 5 porches having. In these were lying a multitude great of the being sick, blind, lame, withered, awaiting of the water moving. An angel for throughout time descended in the pool and agitated the water. The therefore first having entered after the agitation of the water well became, which whatever he was held by disease. After this marks an unknown space of time. The phrase is John's way of going to the next sign and unfolding of the identity of the Son of God. We are not told which feast this was. The Sinaiticus manuscript has an article before the word feast, possibly identifying it as the Passover. John's Gospel definitely mentions 3 Passovers, 2:13, 4:6, and 11:55. Jesus kept the 3 major annual feasts, Feast of Passover, Pentecost, and Tabernacles, Exodus 34, 22, and 23. And you shall observe the Feast of Weeks of the first fruits of wheat harvest, and the Feast of Integrating at year's end. 3 times in the year all your men shall appear before the Lord of God of Israel. The Gospel of John singles out one of Jesus' miracles in the Jerusalem because it confirmed the identity of Christ, and because the sign brought heated controversy from the Jews. Verse 6. The focus of our attention is settled on the scene at the sheep market gate, a pool. This place was northeast of the temple area where sheep brought before they were sacrificed. The Hebrew or Aramaic name of the place is Bethesda. This name occurs only here in the New Testament. Bethesda means house of mercy. By associating the Good Shepherd of chapter 10 with this sheep gate, pool, and sheep marketplace, we discover the reason Jesus spoke of the analogy of the Good Shepherd. The shepherd-sheep concept permeated the fabric of the Jewish religion and culture. John relates a bit of physical detail by describing the place as having 5 porticos. These were porches built for shelter from the hot sun and inclement weather. 5 porches were filled with a great multitude of those who were blind, halt, withered. Literally the sick, used 35 times. Disease, the blind, 50 times. Term used who can see. The halts, used 15 times, means cripple, lame. The withered occurs several times. Anything that is dry. It is applied to the dry land found in Hebrews 11:29. And Jesus speaks of a dry tree in Luke 23:31, refers to people whose muscles had dwindled so that they were paralyzed. A number of early manuscripts omit this verse, but they all have this verse 7, which refers back to it. The people hoped to find healing when they saw the water stirred up by the pool.